Hey everyone, welcome to Knobby Hobby. TJ felt like I should do a voiceover video, so I'm trying that. See how you guys like it. That's his wife and daughter there, Becky and Santana. And basically what we're doing here is this is the first time on the motorcycle, checking out some of the trails that he has out there on his property. You'll notice in the last video of this series that we were on four-wheelers checking out the property and the trails and what kind of shape they were in. So after that, he'd actually started working on some trails and wanted to show me some of them. So this video is basically of us running around, and he's going to be showing me the trails and the routes and everything. So right now what we're getting ready to do is what we call Loop 1, and that's the closest to the house. And basically what it does is it just kind of weaves in and out of a creek area. They had an old, they actually moved the creek, so they got an old area where the creek used to be that has some dips, which is good for practicing some of the drops and crossings that we encounter in dual sport rides and hare scrambles. So the property actually has a little bit of everything. It's got a nice mix of some sand, creek, and other water crossings. It's got some natural springs, so we get some mud that we got to go through from time to time. Nice flowy trails, technical trails. Like I said, it's just a little bit of everything. It's kind of a dirt bike, trail bike paradise, if you ask me. So some of these honestly I was not sure whether I was going to make it out of these ditches, but I was able to, and you can see he's already gone. This little drop here is actually a pretty decent drop. I'd say it's roughly 4 foot tall. It's a pretty big drop. So we're back on the trail where we came in. It was a jump from an old track that he used to have for his nephews. So we're going to come around through this area and down by the barn, and then we're going to turn and come up through this creek that you see on the left here, which again gives us this loop itself gives us pretty good practice with a lot of variety of terrain, a lot that we experience here in the Midwest. And butterflies. So and we're almost done with Loop 1 here. It's a fairly short loop, but it's a fun loop. It's something that that you can just turn lap after lap on and have a really good time with it. We did change it up, so that section over by the barn, we actually dip into the creek first, go through the creek, and then up by the barn and back up this way. It just flows a lot better. So that takes care of Loop 1. This next section of video is section, I don't know what happened, but my camera got knocked down, so it's not filming the normal view. But wanted to go ahead and include some of this video. I was still able to capture a couple of neat things, and that was Loop 2. That was the end of Loop 2. We'll actually revisit Loop 2 at the end of this video, going the opposite way, and my camera will be fixed, so you'll have a better view at that point. So he stops and explains to me which way we're going and what we're doing, and this starts Loop 3, which is a nice little section. It's got a nice little hill climb, which you'll see here. Again, my camera's not best positioned, but I'll have later videos will show it a lot better. But it's a nice little hill climb. Pretty steep but short. When you get to the top, you gotta go through a gate. The rest was kind of pasture. This here is me falling. Yeah, so there's a log there is kind of diagonal to my wheel, and I knew as soon as I hit that, with it being wet and muddy, I was going to slide out So I stopped, and when I went to put
Dang
my
it.
foot down, I was on the outside of that log, and it was another 3 or 4 inches down before I realized how far down it was. So anyway, I just kind of tipped over. Yeah, TJ and I first watched this, he just laughed and laughed, got a great kick out of it. There he is, checking on me, see what happened.
I got up here and I seen that stick, and I went to put my foot down and there wasn't nothing there. So I went, whoop.
So I'm kind of explaining that to him. So here it is again in slow motion.
Huh?
Alright, so after I got put back together and everything, got my bike moved out of there, I'm getting ready. He lets me know my camera's pointing down instead of where it's supposed to be. So we got that fixed. We're gonna run we're gonna run loop 2 backwards.
Okay.
So you'll get a better shot of it. You've seen the end of it coming through the pasture there earlier in the video. But again, this is us going backwards. So we got a nice little straight stretch here. And then we'll dip in along the trees there on the right. Now that has since grown up, that pasture has since grown up, and he's taken a brush hog and actually made it a grass track with several turns and kind of lengthened that second loop there. Probably twice the length that it was. Nice technical turns. Sharp turns. So that brings us to the end of loop 2. And we talked for a second here, and then he's going to take me on loop 4. So that'll be in the next video, and then we'll get up on the hillside there. And you guys can see a little bit more as far as what's been done. Yeah, basically he's doing everything. He's cleaning all the trails and brush hogging and all that. The only thing I get to do is go ride and follow him. So hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.